What is up, guys? It is your boy, Mr. Gamer the Perfect. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Argue. Today, I'm going to be talking about something on the more technology side, something that I haven't talked about, but I've heard, and I am eager to talk to you guys about this. But before we start, every video is sponsored. So today's sponsor is from Barnes & Noble. Big Nate is the sponsor today. Welcome to my world. This is out of 8 series comic books. What do I mean by that? I mean, there are 8 books that are different but have the Big Nate theme in it. So definitely go to Barnes & Noble, purchase one of these books. They're really funny, and they're cool to me. So that's the sponsor today. So let's get right into it. This has not been requested. This is a thing I want to talk about because I'm interested in this endeavor. Today we're going to be talking about the new Samsung Galaxy X. If you have heard of the Samsung Galaxy X, then you will be blown away. Your mind will be blown. If you do not know what the Samsung Galaxy X is, I'll tell you. It's the first foldable smartphone. Yes, this phone is supposed to be a foldable smartphone. So now you have the front screen, and then you can open the phone and be able to have a tablet-like vision on the screen. It is supposed to be bigger than regular smartphones. And it's supposed to have a little more screen to it, a little more technology, a little more Snapdragon here or there, bam, inside the phone. Now, this is the first foldable smartphone in the world. No other company has attempted to make this. And the reason why is because it's so unusual. From a market standpoint, Samsung thinks that this will be a breakthrough. This will make everybody excited and wanting to buy that product. But on a customer standpoint, if I saw a foldable smartphone, do I really need that? Is that necessary to get a foldable smartphone? Is that something that I would like to carry around with me 24/7? Now, granted, Samsung is taking a big step towards new technology because we know technology is getting better and better and it's getting more vivid. But now Samsung wants to take it a step further and make a foldable smartphone. Now, in 2004, there was a concept on a commercial that Samsung was making a foldable smartphone. It was not really serious. It was just a commercial, but it caught people's attention to be able to make the first foldable smartphone. Now, if you guys watch this guy named Unbox Therapy, he unboxed a phone that was kind of like that, but it wasn't the same type of concept. But the phone would open as a book. The difference between Samsung and what the CEO is trying to say, he's trying to make a phone not like a book, but more of a page. So now you have the front, and you can open it like a page and be able to see things. Now, what also the CEO is saying, supposedly, that he can install computer components inside the phone. So now you got a 3-in-1. You got a phone, a tablet, and you got a computer. Now, this is kind of unusual. People are not going to want this thing in their pocket. I'm not sure if the CEO is serious or is he just trying to get people excited. But I looked on some websites, I did some research, and it is real. They're trying to make a concept that can suffice for November 2018. Now, the reason why Samsung hasn't really pushed towards commercials yet is because they're still trying to fix some things about this phone. This is going to be a breakthrough in technology. So they're trying to kind of hummy it together and be able to sell it. And like I said, from a market standpoint, it's great. But it's still in question, is this smartphone really necessary? Is this going to be something I would buy and carry around with me? But guess what? It's expensive. It's going to be $1,500 to $2,000, which, again, is not that much compared to other phones. I've seen phones that sell for $10,000. But again, those phones have certain features that others don't. So that's why they're more expensive. But this phone is supposed to be that much because of the fact it can fold and it can't break. And now, I'm going to tell you right now, though, people think that this is something new. It's not. Because Samsung, other companies as well, for TVs, like LG, Vivio, they've made TVs that can fold. You know, you got screens that can curve. You got screens that you can wrap around and you can still see the pictures on the screen. So this technology has already been made. It's already been advanced, but now Samsung is trying to put it into a practical sense, having a phone that can be folded into a bigger screen. Now, like I said, Samsung has overpowered many other phone companies before. As you have maybe heard, Huawei taking the second spot in the best phone company over Apple. Samsung is trying to keep and maintain its first position as the best phone. Now, yeah, this phone is kind of pricey, but think about it. You're having some really cool technology in your phone. And, for me, honestly, I think that this phone might pave a way for something great in the future. But now, knowing that we have so many different type of displays on the phones, we have so many different types of phones that are already amazing. I don't think that this phone, might be compared to that. But I think in the future, things could change. And maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. But what's interesting that I've also found out is that Samsung has been behind the scenes the whole time. Samsung had the first OLED screen ever. The Samsung Galaxy, what I'm saying, the Samsung Galaxy 8 had the first OLED screen. If you're not familiar with the OLED screen, it's vivid, clear, 4K, 1080p. It's the most amazing screen ever, and it's an energy saver screen. So, guess what? Did some research, and guess what? Samsung has been behind the scenes the whole time. They've been providing OLED screens for other phones like Apple, Huawei, and a couple of other phone companies. Now, unfortunately, Samsung has denied these claims that they're helping other phone companies. They're doing this thing for them, and the other phone companies just aren't catching up. But there's been speculation, there's been talk that this viewpoint is something that can be used in the future. OLED screens have made people's vision for the phone a little more clearer, and that's a good thing. But if you're providing your technology for other companies, you're not really doing anything big, because now other companies are riding your coattails trying to make themselves bigger than you. Now, like I said, Samsung is the top phone right now. Unfortunately, I'm recording right now on an iPhone 8 Plus. I'm with Apple, but in my recent study, I'm going to switch over to the Note 9, which is a new Samsung Galaxy phone that just came out. I'm going to switch over to Samsung, and there are some reasons why. Not because of the foldable smartphone. That's something that'll come later that will blow people's minds. I'm switching because there's a lot of technological differences between iPhone and I said Apple, iPhone and Samsung. There's a bit of a difference. Apple is kind of locked down. You can't do much with it. But Samsung, I thought, when I went to Sprint to get the phone, I was thinking, should I get the Samsung Galaxy? Should I get the iPhone 8? It was a tough decision. But because Apple, is so big in the US, everybody thinks when Apple does something, it's the greatest. When Samsung or another phone company has already done it. But Apple is just such in a good light with everyone. Everyone loves Apple. That I had that same viewpoint. I had that same focusing that the iPhone, I'll be popular if I had the iPhone 8 Plus. So I got it. I was like, because of a vote, a general vote for the iPhone. So I got it. Thought it was the thing. Thought I had the greatest phone in the world. But then I'm looking at the Note 9, and I'm like, there's a big difference there. That's a huge gap. And the Note 9 has a lot more better things than the iPhone. Not saying the iPhone is not the phone, okay? I have one. But if you're looking for a phone that has more to it, then you have to go with the Samsung. Now, the Samsung Galaxy X, as I mentioned, was talked about, and Samsung CEO, he is trying to make this a real phone. This is not just something he was thinking of. This is actually trying to be in production. It's supposed to be out in November 2018. Nobody has seen it. Nobody has even picked up a sample, a prototype, because again, this is something that's going to be changing the world. So they have to take their time to implement everything in this phone. Now, my mind was blown when I heard about this. I was actually searching up some stuff. I came across this phone, and I was like, this might be something that people will want. Who's to say later in the future, now Apple, Huawei, Zell, other phone companies, what if they might ride Samsung's coattails and now we got a bunch of folding smartphones? I don't know. But I know Samsung started it. So shout out to Samsung and shout out to Samsung CEO for trying to make something that could change people's lives. Because this phone can. This has so much potential. So I'm actually kind of excited. I just want to share that with you guys out there who didn't know yet. I'm kind of excited for this. This is something new, something I've never seen, something I've never heard of. I mean, it's been implemented as a concept. There are concepts online, by the way. On if you go to Google Images, which is a very general type of image, it's not really the real thing. But there's different speculation what this phone might look like. I'm not sure what it might look like, but I still want to see if Samsung has the guts to try something as this and make it new. So I'll keep you guys updated and posted on this new Galaxy X. It's supposed to be the greatest phone of 2018, 2019. Who's to say? Again, the future is right in front of us. So we have so much things that we are going to experience later on. So anyway, comment below, do you think you would buy the Galaxy X from Samsung, the first foldable smartphone that has an OLED screen? Tell me, is it something you would buy, or do you think that Samsung is going way over their heads? Also, please comment. What's your dream smartphone? What do you want your smartphone, if you had the chance to make one, look like? Talk about it. Tell me what how big would it be? What kind of screen would it have? Camera. Make me understand what you want, because that's really what smartphones are for people. And so if a smartphone company could contort to your ideas and thoughts, then boom, you got a smartphone that meets your standards. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching today. Just wanted to get that out there. This was interesting to me. I want to tell you guys, please subscribe to me. Leave comments in the section below and give this video a like. And like every time I say in every video, Chase out.